Hello, everybody. This is Game Scott. We are playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe Edition. Did I get that name right? Yeah, Ultra Deluxe. I will choose English as my subtitle language. Have you played the Stanley's Parable before? Hell yeah. Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. That's barely visible to me, dude. Just kidding. It's barely visible here. But I like it a little bit brighter, dude. So let's just go like here, man. And define barely. Please enter the current time. 4. I'm going to put 35. It's not AM. Oh, God. I'll confirm it whenever it hits 4:35. It's 4:34. I go to my iPhone, see the clock. Oh, it's turning. 4:35. Let's go. That should be within seconds. Accessibility settings. Why can't it, take that from my PlayStation? Or if you bought it on Steam, why can't it take that from Steam? Or your computer, not necessarily Steam, but... accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Isn't that right, Josie? Accessibility settings can be accessed from the main menu. Isn't that cool? Are you flopping, Josie? You are playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I would like to begin the game. The end is never the end. It is never the end. The end is never the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
To Stanley!
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
Stanley severed.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Is this Severance?
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Stanley do be happy, though. Like, I'm just saying, he'd be happy.
One day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Not a single
No one had
thing
showed
to
up
do.
to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Dude. I'm just like, this is way too slow. Oh, I can crouch? Could you crouch in the game? Could you crouch way back when? Technology these days, am I right?
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I haven't played the Stanley Parable in a long time. I'm trying to get the Go Outside achievement. I should also look at the achievements for this game. I assume they're interesting. Dude, I remember the first time I saw the dude walk by here, it legitimately scared me. Like, I was not used to seeing, like, another thing that was moving. I was like, oh my god, I was right, this is a horror game. Freaked me out, dude. Anyway. What's over there? What are you doing? What is this? A leaf? Nature? Any other buttons? Just crouching. Maybe I could crouch.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Of course I did. The door on the left is the coolest door.
Yet there was not a single person here.
No one else in the meeting room.
In a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let it ball up inside you, take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers, resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Use slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header, and throw some bevel on all the text. This will ensure calm and productive work environment. Everyone is unique. You, most of all. Things, money. Number of slides on this slide. Charts and slides. That is how pie graphs work. I should know, I'm a math teacher. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Please no more charts. Please, I'm begging, stop. Circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill out and triplicate and return to your boss appreciation specialist. Why did we hire you? What are your dreams for the future? Spring break, less air, pollution, a boat, charts, plant life, football, lunch, travel, metamorphosis. Tips for not getting fired. Don't get fired. How to solve... Okay, we've cycled. More money things, but with money to buy more things. Graphs. Graphs about things and money. We have our new product. Bi-quarterly post-review review. We need less reviews. 402 plus 405 want to get rid of the death sport portion in the primary review schedule, but I think that's a stupid idea. More water coolers, more water cooler heaters. Charts need to be more hip to appeal to the teenage demographic. Find teenagers to put in teenage demographic. Big net? Some sort of child trap? Space between the teenagers. Size of demographics. Throw something in the idea bin. No more bins. Shirt global market parade. Synergize core value expenditures. Oh, dude, I love the broom closet. Let's not do that just yet, though.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Of course. Where's my boss? If my boss isn't here, what do I do with my life? Oh! An executive bathroom. To be rich, is it a crime? To commit crimes, isn't it rich? What a life it would be to have to pick just one. Extreme bathrooms! The toilet also makes computer clicking sounds. I just want to click buttons, man.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
I'm stunned, I tell you.
Unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him?
Who
what
did
he could
this?
not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck.
Sheer luck, dude.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Hello? Newly opened passageway? Boss. Loading, loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest.
I do be feeling peculiar.
More free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him?
Yo, this is definitely Lumen.
Would not go unanswered for long.
Stanley definitely works for Lumen.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word
I can't do it
written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Yeah, I bet I will. I freaking bet I'd meet my...
Not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I bet I'd meet my violent death.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yeah, I'll do it. Death me, narrator. You won't do it. I'm not dead. Told you. I can survive long falls.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking
the machine's gonna stop before I get smushed.
And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
The machine's gonna stop. Told you.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Man, I've been killed instantly. It's honestly been so long I can't remember if which of these have been actual.
And yet it would be just a few minutes
endings
before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Is this a museum? Alright, the museum was a thing.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
Yo, there's my office.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from
office
the moment
layout.
he hit start?
And then, oh, it's the choice. Corridor. The two doors. The rest of the game emerged as an extension of it, an exploration of the contradiction this room posed. Filing cabinets, dude. I love the filing cabinets. Oh, I broke solitaire. Oh, broke that one. Broke that one too. Yo, it's the credits. Yo, button sounds. Ooh. Ooh. I don't like number 1. Ooh. I like 2. 2 is peaceful. I can't open these doors. Dude, it's the office, but it's employee 001. nature paintings. Oh, we saw this one. We saw Leaf. That's the only one I remember seeing. We probably saw more, but whatever. What's over here? The office. Oh, it's 431 through 436. It's a copy machine. Ultra Deluxe announcements. Oh, this is new. In December 2018, we announced the Ultra Deluxe version of Stanley Parable of the Game Awards. These are screenshots of the videos we made for the announcements and the game's delay. Fun! Very cool. Those are new. Clearly. Warzone! Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too joking on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. You're going to the war zone. Could you tell me what the significance of the number 1112800 is? From Anthony W. Oh. Well, the thing I want to know is, what would you do if Stanley entered any other room? 111-2800? Were you born with a magnificent voice, or did you bargain with a magician and receive it? And finally, the most important question of all, what is Stanley's last name? Wow, congratulations! In line with our previous announcement regarding the ongoing promotion as a result of the attached, congrats would be the first reply. What? I want to tell you I like the Stanley Parable as much as I like seeing a humorously small badger in swim trunks. Indeed, I liked it as much as I like walking in the park. And dare I say it, pushing buttons. Narrator emails. After the second trailer we sent out, we asked people to email the narrator for questions. While we had initially planned to use these further promotional materials, we never found the perfect use for them. Here are a selection of those emails. Very cool. The office, a pencil sharpener, a phone. The apartment timer. Yo, spoilers. Yo, look at all that. Look at that, dude. Meeting room. Switches. Zending? The Zending. And there, what the heck is a Zending? What's happening here? Ah! Trailers. We ran 4 major teaser trailers over the course of the game's development, each meant to convey something about the spirit of the game. This is the first one, released in May 2012. Features a series of broken rooms and the voice of the narrator, informing viewers that he is repairing a new version of the Stanley Parable. $78. Oh, yo, what? No! Is it motion controlled? Sorry, I'll leave. Is it gone forever? Oh, what a jerk. What's that down there? Pause? All these guys are paused. Oh no, those are just windows. I thought they were like videos. Obviously, I didn't expect them to play when I clicked, but I don't know. I thought they were like pause buttons on, videos. 'Twas not. 'Twas simply light. Narration outtakes.
The big red button. Now then, this elevator for sure will get him right back on track to where he was supposed to be in the story. And finally, he pushed the number 9. When Stanley came to the lift, he traveled upward to the power source at the top of the facility to end this injustice forever. And finally, the number 6. Then he pushed the number 8.
Well, that's cool. It's not really out. Well, I guess outtakes don't necessarily mean bloopers. Oh, I got you that time. Freedom ending. All right, let's go back to the office.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Turn off your PlayStation. There's no other way to beat this game.
Dude, no, I'm
As
streaming.
long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now, and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
If this closes my game and I have to restart my stream, I'm gonna be upset a little bit. Gonna be honest with you. Okay, I pressed the button to restart it. I was like, if I have to actually close my game, I'm gonna lose it. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nobody walking by. Cool. No jump scares. Maybe I just missed a memo, dude. Yeah.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
It's almost
Yet
like
there was not a single person there either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yo, what? My boss isn't here. That's
Stepping
crazy,
into his manager's office,
dude.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Oh yeah! I'm jamming, baby! Ooh, I'm jamming, baby. Ooh.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
The open passageway, of course, being here. Couldn't press the up button. I did try. I tried my darndest, okay?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Of course, why would I try to escape? Couldn't be me.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible
enormous
secret did this
room
place
with television
hold? Stanley thought to himself.
screens.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Oh.
Now the monitors jumped to life. Their true nature
Fired?
revealed. Each bore the number
Yo,
of an
104
employee
is
in the building.
fired.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Anybody else? Where's me? There's me. Will it go back? Well, my office looks so dark. Did I turn the light off? Oh! 601 is fired. At least 2 people are fired.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never.
Never.
It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Something like that.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and
gonna do
for
it.
all.
I'm dismantling the controls once and for all. No more mind control. I win.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Yes!
Freedom was mere moments away.
Yes!
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp?
I
What
turned the
other
button
mysteries
off.
did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Happiness!
Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin,
Woo!
the feeling of liberation, the
Yeah.
immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Hell yeah,
And
brother.
Stanley was happy.
Stanley was happy, man. He was so sad. He's just so happy. It makes me cry tears of happiness. Yo, beat the game. I got a trophy. I beat the game. Oh, I got another trophy. Get my first trophy. Oh, let's look at the achievements. I know you won't be able to see them. Trophy tracker. Go to trophies. Obtain all of the trophies. Of course, there's a platinum. Test trophy. Please ignore. Test trophy description. Replace this. View all details. Alright, that's it. The title of the trophy is Test Trophy, please ignore. The description is Test Trophy description, replace this. Welcome back. Quit the game and start it again. You can't jump. No, seriously, we disabled it. Commitment. Play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday. 8888888888888888888. The description is 888888888888888. Click on door 435 times. The description, click on door 435 times. Speedrun. Complete the Stanley Parable in under 4 minutes 22 seconds, not including load times. Why not 4 minutes 27 seconds? Like, I wonder. Set all setting sliders in the menu to all the available numbers. Settings World Champion. And Super Go Outside. Don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. Of course, why not?
All of his co-workers were gone. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy?
I need the
Click
trophy.
the door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling
What's
the
the jump button
satisfaction of
supposed to
witnessing
be? I
true
press
effort for a
X.
noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks.
I didn't get the no jumping trophy.
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
20 clicks into 417, you got it. Where's 417?
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Are we back here? 4-3? No. Oh, there's 436. We're going down. We're going the wrong way, man. Oh! Oh my god. Wait, where the heck is 437? Hold on. I'm coming. New content? I'm simply dumb. Four, 3, 6. Oh my god, it's right there.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
10 clicks to door 415, you got it. I'm a clicking machine.
Now, back to door number 437.
Ah.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine. All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
Ah, 417. Ah.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Oh, that's rude. Why would I do that, though? I can't do it.
This
Oh,
is
I did
great.
it.
You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
No. Here's 415. There's 417. Where's 416? Four, 1, 6. Can't go through there. I'm coming, new content. Don't worry. I simply don't know.
Stanley clicked on literally every single door in the office because he doesn't pick up well on cues from his environment.
Yes. Where else can I input? He did say 416, did he not? Four, 1, 6. Am I dumb? Oh. It's 420. Oh, input. Oh, that's the same one. Okay. There's no door 416? Is that the joke? Do I have to go to the new content? You did say 416, man. Right, screw this then. Oh, the door. It's ruined to me. There's 417. There's 415. I don't know what you want from me, narrator. Do it one more time. Give me another line. Give me another clue. Oh, is it behind the other door again? Is it another trick? It's behind a door. No, we checked there. 417, 415. I'm dumb, I guess. No, let me just click door 435 times. Maybe it'd be in new content. If I go to the choice room, the door closes, right? Who knows? Maybe there's a door 416. Because there's 417, like, you know, there's 417, there's 415. We talked about this. Toll. How many times? Is he upset now? I didn't find it earlier? Arrgh! Did I take too long? I think I took too long. Can I reset it? We'll do it another time then. Can I break out? Oh, I can. Do I want the breakout ending? Let's do new content. New content, baby! You know, I just didn't know what doors are gonna close. Like, I didn't know. Dude, seriously, what's the jump button supposed to be? I'm pressing every button. Oh, there we go. I have to just try it a bunch of times. I got it. You can't jump. The end is never the end is never the end. Did I break the narrator?
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, no problem.
As you
Thank
may know,
you.
the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
That's what computers looked like in
Critical
2013.
and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
Yo, that's this game we're playing right now.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Yo, sick,
well,
dude.
this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
Ultra Deluxe content, baby. Let's go!
Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet.
Well, I think
but
elevators
I'm sure
are
it's
pretty
just
special.
the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, here we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it.
New content! I made you some content.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. Mostly tedious. It's as if okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Content! What is this?
All right, let's see. It's
It's a jump circle. Yo, we can jump 36 times? The game lied to me. It said you can't jump. Dude. Oh, only in here. Man, I don't know what to do. I only got 10 jumps left. Oh. Well, that was fun. I got to jump 36 times. Like, that's a good time, man. What's over here? What's that? Oh? Thought it was open a crack. Open a smidge. That's fine.
Is that it?
What are you talking
that's
about?
Not all the new content. There has to be something else, right?
We gotta jump 36 times.
Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes.
I don't think
knew there had
anybody
be
has
something
counted to
else.
30
Let's
trillion
see it.
before.
I'm ready for whatever it is.
I'm back in the office. Thank you for
That's it?
enjoying the new
Oh,
content.
you've got to be kidding me. You see,
Dude, let's
Stanley?
go.
This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And
I mean,
don't
it
get me
took like
started on
9
the level
years
of craftsmanship
since
that's gone into it. In fact,
the original
I'm
game came
looking
out.
right now at the game's trophies, and it's hard to believe one of them
That was
actually
probably-
says, "Test trophy, please ignore." What quality assurance department
That's
signed
probably
off
a lot
on
of
this?
work.
I'm
I don't think I
infuriated
could have
and
done
I'm
that in
offended, and I
9
intend to
years.
find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Okay, I guess I don't get to say anything. Yo, what the hell, narrator? Where are we at, man? Oh, good old days. Remember the good old days where this would be my view? Now it's freaking this.
Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something!
What is it? Is it new content? What is that? Coffee nut? Is that what that says? I can't tell. There's a screwdriver though. Is this safe? I don't know if this is safe.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content
I
turned
mean, I
out
had
to
a good
be,
time
but it got me
jumping
thinking
36
about the
times.
past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret.
What is this?
Take a look.
What is this? What did you build for me, narrator? What did you tuck away? Oh my, wow!
I call it the Memory Zone.
It's the
where I've
memory
been storing
zone.
all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC.
That's so cool. Let's go watch. Oh, it even says the memory zone.
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a
Zone,
cheap
sweet
PlayStation
zone.
port?
Oh.
Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
The waste. Oh, Stanley Parable. Indoors Monthly. Audience Award, the Stanley Parable. The Stanley Parable. Good times. The original remake. Buy on pressurized gas. Unachievable. It is literally impossible to achieve this trophy. Smile because it happened. Go outside. Nominee. New video game releasing today. Creators surprisingly down to earth. Rutgers goes from scandal to new crisis. Colleges show uneven effort to enroll poor. Business leaders pushing election of council allies. Stanley Parable deals tough choices. You don't get to sit on the bench? Darn.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing.
It's nothing.
It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
That's okay. I enjoyed my jumping time. Maybe one day I'll get more. Oh, look, the Minecraft ending. I clicked the begin the game button. What's downstairs? So, memory zone maintenance. Oh, okay. That's fine. I don't want to go there anyway. The original remake. Stanley Parable Collector's Edition. It's the Stanley Parable on a computer, on a computer, on a computer. Oh, bye, doors.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. All they had to do was transport it in pristine condition along to the PlayStation. Boom, done. And they couldn't even do that. Couldn't resist the urge to go meddling with a beloved franchise.
Tragic, truly. Yo, get these boxes out of my way. What's over here, man?
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before.
This memory zone maintenance.
What's down here?
Cold drinks. $1.25. Oh, what the heck?
No. Oh, God, no, Stanley. It's a collection of reviews from Pressurized Gas, the extremely popular online storefront for computer
Never
games.
heard of it, honestly.
I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Probably. Not recommended.
I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
I've never heard of pressurized gas before. Look at that, it's a truck van. Oh, more not recommended. Someone's upset.
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did. But maybe it wasn't. Oh, dear. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
I'm stuck. Don't go on this rock. I would like to have my jumps back. Okay. I was like, don't make me restart, man. I was about to cry. It's gonna leave a poor review. Got stuck on a rock. Had to restart.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning starts to bore you, with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people, and if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say, the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much and it can't be just yet, no. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise. Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline it for you very briefly, and you can tell me what you think. Okay, so my theory is that any choice you've ever made is simply a series of choices made by the person who you are, or were, or will be at the time of having made said choice. That is to say, if by articulating a choice you've already made, you bring that choice into being, then by making no choice and saying nothing, are you not simply erecting in the sanctuary of time a monument to every person you've ever been, making every choice to which you've ever given your Greek gift of mortal and yet timeless
This time
thought,
he's gonna get
or rather,
offended, though.
do all of the choices you've ever made, in fact, make you more not this kind of person, and in fact do the very opposite.
He's gonna be sad after this
be
one.
Both of these things at once. That you are both making choices and not making choices, and that they are both affecting you and not affecting you at the same time by virtue of the fact that you both are and are not making them. Okay, at first, I was leaning towards Manifesto, but now I'm going to circle around and slap the Treatise label on this one. I think it has much more of a treatise vibe to it. But wouldn't you say that Manifesto just has a much grander sort of tone? It has a mouthfeel that is rich with ambition and history. Ambitious history, if you will. See, now you've gotten me going back to Manifesto. Heavens, at this rate, we're going to be here all day. Okay, look, I have a method for exactly this sort of situation, and I do find myself in this situation frequently. I'm going to say each word back and forth in repeated succession until I become sick of one or the other, in which case the word I am not sick of shall be the victor. It is an unimpeachable strategy, Stanley. It's rescued me from disaster in countless situations. All right, here we go. Treatise, Manifesto. Treatise, Manifesto. Treatise, Manifesto. Treatise, Manifesto. Treatise, Manifesto. Treatise, Manifesto. Treatise. 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 Manifesto. Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their pressurized gas review, or at least change some of the wording.
Oh my
honest,
god.
I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place.
I'm an
I guess I should
idiot.
become better educated on how exactly pressurized gas works.
I'm so dumb.
Perhaps that would have been a smart thing to check on before I went on about
I
this
get
whole
pressurized
exercise of making
gas
the skip
now.
button. Although I have to imagine, after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely
honestly
whoever it
just
is who
now
runs
got it.
pressurized gas
I
will
get
instantly
it.
run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review merely
I'm
because
dumb.
of this very situation. Yes,
Oh,
I think
that
that's
hurts.
quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with pressurized gas altering this particular review, so that it reads as something more benefit. From the ashes of depravity rises the phoenix of quality. How else to describe the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe? Such a revolutionary step forward in the lineage of one of the most beloved video game properties of all time.
I want to see if this like ends up just a repeating line, or
will surely resonate in the annals of the history of all media ever made. It is perhaps true to say that no mistakes are forever etched in stone, for the stone into which the Stanley Parable was carved has itself been transmuted, offering a message of hope to those who have ever erred in their judgment. You are not beyond redemption. You may change, and you may become more, so much more than you were before. If there is any message to be taken from the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, it is this. What a fortune, a privilege, a joy it is to have had such an experience. It leaves me hopeful that as a community, as a world, there is time for us to become our greatest selves, as great as we ever could dream of in our wildest, most ambitious visions for a brighter future. Wow. Now, Stanley, that's a review.
That's a review.
It's perfect. It's the perfect review. It's the review I've always dreamed of receiving. Well, I have to read it again.
Read it again.
It's too wonderful.
All right.
I have to experience this just one more time. From the ashes of...
Okay. Gotcha.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes. It's not unendurable by any means, but it's, well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
All right, that's all. The door's gone.
Has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait. How do we get out of here? Where did the door go?
I was
there a door
gone,
that led into this room?
There was a door.
There was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button, to go anywhere other than the skip button.
I'm staying away from the skip button. There was a door.
Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please,
we don't have
I'll
a
take any
run
option
button at all.
I'm asking you to work with me here. We need a door. We
No,
need a
I'm
door of
ramming.
some kind. I can work with any kind of door as long as it can open and lead from one room to another.
Here's
I'm
where the
going to
door
step away
was,
for just a
roughly.
moment, and I'm going to try to find us a door. I don't know how exactly to remove a door and place it in a different wall, but I will find a way, I promise. You just need to not do anything. Don't press the skip button. Please, please, please do not press the skip button. Just
Well, if you're not going to talk...
Wait here for me, and don't press the skip button. Got
If you're
it?
just going to leave,
Yes,
I'm going to press the
I'll be
skip
right
button,
back.
dude. If the narrator isn't back within 15 minutes, we're legally allowed to press the skip button. Enjoy the sound of this clock ticking. Yo, what the heck do I gotta put my time in for if it's not gonna be what time it is? It's 5:39, not 2:22. Or 4:12, whatever, I can't really tell. The 2 is definitely the hour, the shorter hand. I'm not waiting 15 minutes, by the way. Oops!
Stanley! Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God,
We
there's
haven't
no
found
way
a
out of the
door.
room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you.
Oh, I guess we are
and the
skipping
button,
time,
and if you
so...
keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here.
That
And more
makes
than
sense, I
anything
guess.
else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room, Stanley. I can't touch it. And I have to believe, I have to know that sooner or later, no matter how much I plead with you, you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I don't know what I can do to convince you otherwise. Oh, my God.
You need an
And it's all
infinite,
because of those
non-looping
reviews. Those
dialogue.
reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me? I've never even met Cookie Nine. I have no idea who they are. What would it ever really matter? But here I am. I'm fixating on every tiny negative thing that anyone ever says about me. The merest mention of one of my imperfections, and I become as impetulant as a child, wild and impulsive. I can't help myself. I can't stop myself from lashing out with a vengeful fury to alter and to change and to break anything unbroken, if only it pleases this one person who made a single negative comment. What does such an impulse serve? For whose benefit is this? And here I am now, stuck in a room, waiting for you to press this button, and to become frozen in time, knowing that you're going to do it, and that I'm going to be stuck all alone, and that I had the power to prevent it all from happening, if only I'd held my tongue. It's all out of my control now. Just you. Just your decision as to exactly when you're going to make me suffer, to leave me all alone. Surely you will. I don't doubt it. Surely you'll press that button again, leaving me here. And surely you'll put your own desire to see what's next ahead of my need for company, for companionship. Surely you'll not be moved by my howls of fitful anxiety that you sit with me to stay here. Oh, no, no, no. I know you too well. You'll be leaving me. Oh, my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those reviews that I couldn't get out of my head. I just couldn't ignore the negative feedback. Why was it so important for me to fix the problem? Why did Cookie Nine's opinion matter so much to me?
Could be gone for like a day.
You're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been
A week.
Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time, just sitting here, not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking, and you saying nothing. Would you think...
Oh God, the
it's
freaking
exactly
plane
the
is
same
dead.
as always? Doesn't that feel like what we've already been doing? Me just talking? But it isn't, Stanley. It isn't the same at all. It isn't even close. Because I know you can't hear me once you push that button. That's what I'm realizing now, Stanley. I'm realizing that I needed to know that someone was listening. I needed there to be a vessel through which my words were moving. It was the vessel I needed, Stanley, not the outcomes, not the story. None of that matters anymore. I'll give it all up. I'll give up every branching path. I'll burn my story to the ground. One single thing I need, and God, I can see now that I need it more than anything, is to know that someone else is taking it in. These words that I'm saying, I need to know you can hear me. Because maybe, Stanley, maybe, if you can hear me, then maybe it means I'm real. Maybe I'm not just a fiction. Was I scared of that all along? Perhaps, yes. Perhaps I've been scared this whole time, that if I stop speaking, I'll slip backwards into the silence and be consumed by it. I can't be taken by it, Stanley. I can't lose myself in the stretch of emptiness between you and me. When you press that button, you're still right there, but I'm
right here.
You're so tremendously far away.
Tremendously
and in those
far
moments,
away.
The emptiness folds itself outward in between the two of us, and I am suspended in its unyielding quietness. I can feel the edges of my reality curdling inward and decaying.
Doesn't happen to all of us, so.
That I am becoming less and less real. Yet to speak to you now, I am alive. I am truly and completely here. I am a being. I am someone. I am something. I am being listened to. I am being recognized. The emptiness between us has collapsed, and I feel right now like I am not a work of fiction. I feel as though I occupy space in this world again, and I have cast a shadow onto the wall. You see what I'm saying, don't you? You can see what this means to me. I'm so clear about it now, Stanley. I feel as certain about this as I've ever felt about anything at all. I feel renewed. I feel restored, and already I can sense the looming silence as you will press the button for the next time. What a terrible dread it strokes in my heart to think of it, to think of returning to such coldness. Come, let us sit in silence together here for just
we're not
a
gonna
moment.
do that, dude.
Let us anticipate it. Let us welcome it. Let us not run from it.
You can run from it. Wha-bam!
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
Okay.
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only
Clock's battery
regret.
is dead.
There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to undo the past. And when that feeling had begun to subside, what took its place is what I can only describe as the collapse of every moment I have ever experienced my entire life. All of them collapsed down into a single instant.
We're doing this,
In
dude.
that instant, I could see myself clearly, calmly, with a collected heart. It was an impossibly rich wellspring of both delight and disgust simultaneously. I was consumed by it. I could do nothing but wallow in it for what felt like an eternity, for what I now know was far less. You see, it was a revelation for me. It was unlike anything I had ever known. It was a space without consequence, without action or outcome. It was divorced entirely from the question of free will that you and I have squabbled over for so long. There could be no one ending, no singular outcome of events, not if all events existed in the same moment, and I felt freed. I felt unburdened by the need to manifest a particular outcome into being. I saw that I could allow myself to exist along all timelines, and that each of them was simply a strand in the web of my being. It was incredible. The spaciousness, the equanimity of the moment,
for you, guy.
both singular and infinite. For the longest time, this was my experience. And then, this moment passed. and the most unyielding fear I have ever known crept into my mind. And it is this sensation that I have been experiencing now for longer than I could have ever expected was possible. I have been waiting for you. Not that you might save me or do something to fix it, but merely to state for you the plain fact of this manner of existence. I wish you to feel afraid, as I do, that perhaps one day this state of mind will consume you as well.
Yeah,
Perhaps you will somehow, in some way, have to live as I do now, and I wish for you to know how excruciating it is, and for you to be in true terror of its eventual arrival. If I can only do this, only this one thing, perhaps it will bring me the smallest moment of peace in the darkness.
That it? No repeating, just silence again? That's fine. I don't mind. Wonder how many of this there are. This should be a trophy. Narrator's probably just gone, right? He's dead. He's passed on. Oh, he's awake. There was a noise there, right? Anything behind here now? Just maybe. Narrator's dead. That's sad. Clock battery's still dead. Clock is fallen. I can't even press the... Oh, I hate that. Oh, it's back. Okay. I don't want that.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But
He's
where are
alive!
the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity, and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so discontent with themselves that they couldn't help but leave a negative review on pressurized gas. Perhaps it says far more about them than it ever said about me. Perhaps the state of their psychological being was in such tatters, and my constitution and willpower are so ironclad in comparison, perhaps it was this state that they sought some outlet through which to tear me down. This, you can see, is clearly why they felt the need to expect that the game be funny, that it be filled with yucks and whimsical humor, that it amused. But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, enter.
Are we alone again? Oh. Hello? I didn't check behind here whenever the alarm was going off. Oh, there's a drip of water. There's some dripping. Yo, we're gonna die in a flood, man. This place is gonna drown.
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
I'm not drowned yet. It is getting a puddle though. If that was brighter, I could probably see. But I'm expecting next one to be a bit of a doozy. Yup. 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 Skip button was a bad idea, huh? Oh, the ladder's fallen. Oh! Am I freed? The whole building might just collapse eventually. But will it collapse on me? Nature. You know, the narrator just has to be dead, right? Like a while ago, I was skipping a whole year. Like, I gotta be skipping decades, dude. Oh. I went through like a whole lifespan of nature. That's upsetting. Oh no! I'm free. Will it turn on again? What happens if I were to press it again? I don't think it's turning back on though. Yeah, I don't have the little cursor guy. I'm in a desert. Earth is destroyed. It's nothing but flat desert now. Where do I go? Where do I go? I'm walking. There's the building with the skip button. And I'm walking the opposite direction. Oh. If I'm back in my office. Mother. Alright, we're gonna click door freaking 430, dude.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the trophy? Click a door 5 times? Is that all you think a trophy is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little
Let
effort.
me click.
5 clicks? Now, suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this trophy to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way no matter the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
New content.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437. Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere.
Yes.
Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
10 clicks to door 415, baby!
Now, back to door number 437.
437!
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine.
The copy machine!
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
We're getting somewhere now, baby! Let's go!
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Wow!
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 417. Oh, good. You notice my sign.
Damn it.
Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Oh, I ruined it again. Damn it. This is why you don't put the trophy in the new content zone. I want my damn trophy.
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable.
Reflecting is awesome!
Disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further.
Ultra super mega deluxe.
I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Dude, it's a whole sequel! Let's freaking go, baby! Let's see it. Oh, there it is.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory.
The end is never the end. Again.
An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities.
Investor
It could go in
showcase.
so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Whoa. Photos.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra
Totally.
Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term
They're back.
franchising potential.
2 doors. Brain. Logo ideas.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
New features. Sick. Yo, you got bust. New content. New content bust. 2. Yo, it's like I'm gonna go to a roller coaster in an amusement park. Whoa. The reassurance bucket.
Go on, try out some of the new
What
features.
the frick? Merch. There's still no jumping. Office decorations. The button that says the name of the player that is playing this game. That's terrifying. Hear your name in the game. Alright, let's see it. Oh, the button's all the way up there.
For the Stanley Parable
Such a
2,
cool feature.
I asked
Damn it, I
myself,
wanted to look at the
what do
reassurance
players really want?
button.
And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first
Just
addition to the
right.
game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
It's gonna say like Jim.
So,
Oh my
I should
God!
clarify. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a
That's
deep breath,
hilarious.
clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
I mean, I
If
guess.
so, then please step forward and press the button.
Alright, oh man, I'm playing the Stanley Parable 2. This is exciting. My name is Jim. I don't know why I would state that out loud, but man, I am Jim, and I'm playing the Stanley Parable 2. Oh man, this is so cool. There's a button that says the name of the player that is playing the game right now. Oh man, this is so cool, dude. Alright, the game is gonna say my name.
Jim.
Oh, that's so cool, dude. That's
You
sick.
see,
Oh
thrill,
man, I
what a
feel
rush.
so
That was
validated
you.
as an
The button
individual
describes you.
person.
Do it again, do it again.
Oh wow. Oh man, do it again. All right.
Jim.
Oh,
It hits even harder the second time.
shit.
If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would
Oh, that'd
still
be
be
so.
worth the
That was
money.
worth all the
Let's take a
money.
break from the Jim
Oh
couple. I'm
man,
too
oh.
emotionally drained from all of this personal validation.
My excitement level was just through the roof after that. Oh man, a button that says my name while I was playing the game. Oh, incredible. Man, there's even like more
I suppose
features.
I could
though.
allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
No screenshots. A whole new office? Whoa! No screenshots. Red is the new orange. The new updated ray traced more of the same, but in a good way sequel to the new features, new content, new ideas. Oh, a jump circle. Infinite hole? No, I gotta get the infinite hole though. We still have 0 jumps remaining. Bummer. Please no screenshots. Well, I'm tempted. No, I don't want no doors closing. I want to look at the infinite hole. There's so much stuff. All this new content.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Oh. Oh. I can really fall down this hole forever? That's incredible.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to
There's
the top,
a teleport
and we can
button
continue
now.
onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
This is an infinite hole, right? I won't die.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an
You lied to
extremely
me.
deep hole.
This is
I
false
don't really want to say
advertising.
that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective,
Does it?
the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the
Damn
hole.
it.
You found me out,
False
Stanley.
advertising.
I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever.
Yeah.
Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean.
I didn't
Why
say
don't
nothing,
we just
man.
put all this behind us and agree to just call the whole mostly infinite?
Mostly infinite is
If
not
that
a
works for
concept
you,
that exists.
Then go ahead and press the teleport
As a
button to warp up
mathematician.
to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Alright, that was cool. That was a nice, mostly infinite hole. Oh, what's up here though? Oh, no, never mind. Music. Bum bum bum.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided
Four,
on this
three,
one.
two.
I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm
Balloons!
undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Happy 12th birthday, step-niece. You left out that part. That's very important.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well someday it is.
Wow. He hates me. I see. Get well someday is very funny, though. Get well eventually. I don't care.
Maybe I should have gone with... No, I've
That's
made my
new.
decision. We're moving on.
The button that says gym. Yo, where's this reassurance button, though? Bucket, not button. Sorry. Oh, dude, a reassurance bucket. I'm so excited.
A common complaint of the Stanley parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it.
It's been stolen?
I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley parable reassurance
Okay, it's
bucket.
being lowered.
You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting.
I want to hold the
You
bucket.
might even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, this doesn't make me more uncomfortable.
The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in
Something
fact,
like that.
Can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2. Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
That's new. No screenshots. Free, new, and easy trophy. Alright, let's go get it. Collectibles, free trophy, mostly infinite hull. Trophy. Standing under the arrow? Just a thought. Alright, we'll continue along the path. Free trophy! Pull the lever, receive your free trophy. No more steps. It just works. Get yours right now.
Here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley.
Fix it.
I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel. To
give the trophy.
Satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Gamers. I want trophy. Give trophy. Give. I'm gonna break your machine. Give trophy. Fine. Anger.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
We haven't seen the collectibles. Can you find them? Collect them all!
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them.
Sick.
I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Oh, it's a Stanley figurine collectible. Oh, 1 out of 6. Pog.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely
Yeah, that's
tragic.
just the worst. I guess we haven't visited the jump circle again. Settings World Champion? Epilogue? Semicolon? Where's semicolon? You are here. We're close to the semicolon. Where's the jumping circle?
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well. It's a...
You seem
wait.
disappointed by
You
it the
already
first
spent
time.
all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
Yeah.
Oh well. I suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Mostly infinite hole, free trophy, collectibles. Oh yeah, how do we get up there? Dude, this bucket is reassuring me so hard. You don't even know. You don't even know. You heard Jim in the game. Enjoy. Oh, right, back here. Epilogue.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it would go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Yeah, obviously, everyone makes the epilogue before the rest of the game. Settings World Champion. There's something that said, like, set it to every number. Oh, God. Oh, God. If I have to, like, actually apply it.
This
and
is the
shit-
story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named Stanley.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. This is the story of a man named Stanley. At least I can go up fast.
This is the story.
Any controls? Alright, two more. Pull it back up. Damn it! I'm not going to apply every single thing. Oh god, wait, there's more. Oh, that's great. That's great news, honestly. Alright, so that was at 80. Just to remember our default settings. I'm so glad there were more numbers. Oh god, there better be more numbers again, though. No! Now I'm upset. I don't know what else to do. I've been here? Is it collectible? It just keeps going. Oh, that's right, we can't go there. What else do I do, narrator? I can't be the settings world champion, apparently. I wonder if that's a collectible. Collectibles. Exit? I guess it's time to go to the exit. Merch settings office. Yeah, I guess we'll leave. This was cool. I'm excited for the Stanley Parable too. For sure. 100%. Let's do it.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
I'm pleased. Oh, what is that guy? It's kind of sick, honestly. No screenshots?
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable. Sort of. Okay, never mind.
Literally just like everything I looked
this
at.
Is much better.
Yeah.
I feel good about this.
Like
here we go. Version
2 inches
2.
of space. The jump circle.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags.
Yeah,
and I do very much enjoy
gags.
creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2.
This is the Stanley Parable 2.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
The Stanley Parable 2. Yo, the hallway has curves? What the hell? Begin.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
Get well someday.
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. and although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in.
You can't put
Though he'd
balloons in
been
the
made
office and then
exactly
expect me to
for
skip
his
it.
job.
I don't care if
Stanley
nothing else is
was
different.
happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
The Stanley
Something
Parable
that would forever
2.
change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions,
Balloons.
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Well, that's it, everybody. That's the Stanley Parable 2. I gotta go for now. But thank you for watching, hanging out. I hope you had a good time. If you did, please, follow, do all that stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to like, feel free to subscribe. Do whatever you want. I just hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.